What's up, awesome YouTubers? Ryan1988 or Justin back here to do a video for you all. And I wanted to do a video to pay tribute to two iconic people in the music and movie and television business. Two legends in my eyes and in many people's eyes. And I thought they deserved a video like I did with Hayden. We lost Hayden Panettiere last week, and we lost Dolly Parton, and we lost Tim Curry on Tuesday. With Tim Curry's death, it was announced today, but he passed away on Tuesday, the same day that Dolly Parton passed away. And I wanted to pay tribute to both of them. I want to talk about, my thoughts on them, how, they really created an impact in the music and television and movie business, and created, great content, and were supporters and activists and people who just love people. I think about Dolly Parton, and I think about her music and how iconic a lot of that was. I Will Always Love You being, my all-time favorite Dolly Parton song. Whitney Houston, rest in peace, did a wonderful job, and I love that version, but I love how different Dolly's version is. And, it is just a great song. One of my favorites. 9 to 5, another iconic song. And then the list goes on. When I listen to a Dolly Parton song, it's catchy, it's fun, it's great, and I absolutely love it. Island in the Stream, another song that I just adore. And, she'll forever be missed in her music. Another thing I love about Dolly is her performances in, great films that I absolutely love. 9 to 5 being such a fun movie, great film with an iconic cast. I love them all in this. Best Little Whorehouse in Texas right here, with the late Burt Reynolds. And, there's a beautiful scene at the end of the film where she does sing I Will Always Love You. And this is a great one. It's been a while since I revisited this movie, but this is one of my favorites. I love this. And without a doubt, my favorite Dolly Parton film is an ensemble movie, and that is Still Magnolias. This is, all-time favorite for me. I rewatch it a lot, and it never gets old. Here you have a great and heartbreaking story, but in all of it, you have a strong bond between all of these women who go through stuff in their own lives, but are all connected together, and there's a bond there. And with the performances, you could just tell that they truly cared about each other. The chemistry was great. And this is without a doubt my favorite Dolly Parton movie. And in fact, when I was younger, before I ever really listened to her music, the first thing I saw Dolly in was Still Magnolias, because this was a film that we played a lot as, a family, and, it just instantly just became a film that I gravitated towards, and it's one of my all-time favorites now. So, Dolly Parton, rest in peace. Thank you so much for your work in the music, the television, and the movie business. But most importantly, thank you for being an advocate for so many people, your support and love for so many people. And what I loved about Dolly was she just wanted to love everybody. I believe she saw the good in everybody, or tried to see the good in everybody. And for me, and like many of you, she will be forever missed. So Dolly, rest in peace. We will always love you, and you'll forever be in our hearts. And lastly, I want to talk about Tim Curry. Tim Curry, like with Dolly, was a huge part of my life growing up, and I saw many, different movies with Tim Curry. What I loved about his performances and, him as an actor was that he can transform into different characters. And a lot of the times, you wouldn't even think that was him when you first saw them on screen. What an icon. And just so sad that we lost him too. When I heard the reaction to Dolly's passing, I, was, almost crying. I was teary-eyed, and the same thing happened with Tim Curry. Tim, again, just an extraordinary actor and so loved by many people. I think of Tim Curry's performances, and ones that obviously stand out the most are, films like The Rocky Horror Picture Show, where before this he originated the character on Broadway, a show of this. And then 2 years later, we got in 1975 The Rocky Horror Picture Show. Frankenfurter is an iconic character in film. This movie has become such a cult favorite, a beloved movie for so many people. But what I love about Tim Curry in this role is Frankenfurter has really become an iconic character within the LGBTQ plus community. And I'm so proud to be a part of that community. I'm so proud that we have a character like Frankenfurter. I mean, just a fun character to watch on screen. And it's Tim Curry's performance as Frankenfurter that is just truly, truly amazing. And I love this performance. And then quite opposite of a performance is his role as Pennywise in the 1990 hit miniseries. I remember as a kid seeing this for the first time, and it terrified me. The moment that Georgie comes face to face with Pennywise in the drain is still creepy today, just because you know what's gonna happen. But as a kid watching this movie, I had no idea what it was. At that time, had never heard of this miniseries. And when that scene happened, Pennywise, Tim Curry's Pennywise, terrified me. It took me a while to really fall in love with this movie because of how scared this movie, or how scared I was of this movie at 10 years old. Again, not really knowing what I was getting myself into the first time I saw it, but what a fantastic performance from him. And again, a transformation that when you see this, you don't see Tim Curry, you see Pennywise, and I love this so much. Another performance from Tim Curry that I think is extremely underrated, unless you're a fan of, his work and, cult favorite movies, you might not have seen this. And maybe you have seen it, but you didn't know it was Tim Curry in this role. And that is his performance as the Darkness in Ridley Scott's Legend. Probably my favorite performance from him. It's between this and Frankenfurter. I love Pennywise. He is just iconic. But I love this performance. This performance still today terrifies me. It is a scary performance. He is evil. He is menacing in this movie. And again, when you watch this film and you see how he portrays the character and his performance in this character, it is scary. And you don't think it is Tim Curry behind that makeup, but it is him. He is phenomenal in this movie. I personally love this movie. It's like a cult favorite now. but it's a role from him that not many people talk about, and they should talk about it. I love it. If you've never seen Legend, this is a must. Highly recommend it. Just one of my favorites. And lastly, two other performances from Tim Curry that I just want to cover real quick. The iconic Clue from, I think, 1986 or 85, but Clue is an ensemble piece. It is hilarious. It's loosely based or closely based on the board game, but I love his performance as the butler in this. He is so funny. So many great moments in this that just make me laugh still today. It's one of my favorites from him. I absolutely love it. And like many of you growing up, especially in the 90s, if you're a 90s child, or even if you love Christmas staple movies, Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, he was the manager of this hotel in New York where Macaulay Culkin is staying and, sneaking inside the hotel. And you have Tim Curry's character who finally catches on what he's doing. And, it's just so hilarious. His performance is great in this movie. And I just love this film. This is quite possibly my favorite Home Alone movie. I think of the scene where Macaulay Culkin gets in the limo, and you have that great scene where Tim Curry, or one of the characters, I think it's Rob Schneider, opens the pizza box, and you see that cheese pizza. And you have that iconic line from Tim Curry where he talks about the cheese pizza. Yeah, absolutely love it. He's hilarious in that movie, and that's another one of my favorite Tim Curry performances. So wrapping this up, this is my tribute to two iconic performers in music, in television, and in TV. Rest in peace to the lovely Dolly Parton. We will always love you. And to Tim Curry, you were a lovely human being. And rest in peace to you. And for you, we will always do the time warp. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Obviously, you don't want to make a video like this, saying goodbye to, people that you grew up with. And I grew up with Dolly, and I grew up with Tim, and I will miss them like many of you. I hope you enjoyed this video. I wanted to pay my respect to both of them, pay my respect to their families, to their loved ones, the people in their lives, and to everybody else, fans of theirs who grew up with them like me. I'm sending my thoughts and love and prayers to you all. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Once again, thank you so much for watching. As always, you all are awesome, you all rock. In with a positive, out with a negative. Go eat some Skittles.